My home is where I wander. My home is where I wander. My home is where I wander. My home is where I wander, body and soul. My home is where I wander. My home is where I wander. My home is where I wander. My home is where I wander, body and soul. My home is where I wander. My home is where I wander. My home is where I wander. My home is where I wander, body and soul. My home is where I wander. My home is where I wander. My home is where I wander. My home is where I wander, body and soul.
Do you always trust your first initial feeling? Special knowledge holds true, bears believing. I turned around and the water was closing all around like a glove, like the love that had finally found me. And I knew in the crystalline knowledge of you drove me through the mountain, through the crystal like a clear water fountain, and drove me like a magnet to the sea, to the sea, to the sea, yeah. How the faces of love change, turning the pages, and I have changed. All but you, you remain ageless. the sea, to the sea, yeah, to the sea.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. Hi, great to see you. I will give a free strategy call to anybody who can tell me who sings that song and what movie it's from. Drop it. If you know who sings that song and what movie it's from. Okay, Pam's got who? Yep. Okay, who else? Does anybody know the movie?
I got the Who. I don't have the.
Yep, you got the who. I know, she's got that voice, right? Does anybody have the movie? You have to have the person and the movie. The person's already guessed, so if you get the movie. Okay. Going once. Going twice. All right, Pam put in Stevie Nicks first. I'm going to do a strategy call with you. And the movie is actually Practical Magic. Do you guys remember the movie Practical Magic? It had Nicole Kidman and Sandra Bullock. One of the I love Sandra Bullock. I love Nicole Kidman. Excellent movie. Okay, so Pam, remind me, you and I are doing a strategy session, okay? And I also have another winner, but I just, impromptu giveaways. Why the heck not, right? So I'd love you guys to all unmute right now and say hello to each other. Unmute right now and say hello.
Hello.
Hi, everybody.
Oh, look at
Hello. Hi, everybody.
everybody.
Okay, fantastic. I just wanted to start off the day with that. Okay, cool. So there's somebody mowing their lawn in the background. I hope you guys aren't like totally bothered by that, and that's not gonna distract us, but I want to.
Sorry, I was late.
Oh,
I
no
was trying
problem.
to unmute. I was not here yesterday because they had to come do something in my apartment. It took so long.
Yeah, no.
Tomorrow I'm
worries.
not going to be here either. I have physical therapy tomorrow.
Okay, no worries. No
Okay.
worries.
Thank
Thank you. I'm glad you're here though. I'm gonna go ahead and okay, so a couple of house cleaning things. First of all, drop in the chat. Number one, if you've gotten here just one day. Number two, if you've been here live 2 days. Number three, if you've been live here all 3 days, or if you're caught up, if you caught the replays, that counts. Okay. Number 1, 2, or 3. Okay. A lot of you are threes. Good. I just want to know like how prepared we are for the next step today. Okay. A lot of threes. Okay. Good. Y'all ready to go fast? Let's do it. Okay. So, I have to say, just for the replays, of course, if someone's catching this for the first time, if you're brand new, I have to do the thing where I say, hi, I'm Tana Newberry. I'm an international psychic with nearly 2 decades of experience conducting well over 10,000 paid psychic reading sessions for clients across the globe. And what was that right there? I mentor divinely driven psychics to book more clients to build 6-figure businesses. And I do it with my money-making method for psychic reader. Does anybody recognize what that formula is? That's the statement we did. Remember the statement? It's just a really well fleshed out statement, and see how easy it is to tell what I do, by the way. I'm going to teach and introduce myself at the same time. But basically, I'm here and I do these things because I've just been assisting others in the spiritual space struggling to create profitable businesses. And I teach that a passion for serving is a passion for selling. And I'm now a bridge between the light workers that I work with and the marketing industry so that you can make your spiritual mission become big business. Because when you have the platform and you have the ability to impact people on a greater level, you're also making more income. And it's just, they're two sides to the same coin, chicken and the egg. It doesn't matter which one exists first. It's just a balanced energy exchange. And so I'm here because my monetary success in my business has allowed me to make an even more incredible impact, and spirit to make an incredible impact through me. And now I am playing big in the world. And what happens is I'm able to make things happen. And the only equal exchange for that is for big things to happen to me. Again, to make my cup overfull, right? My cup overfloweth. I have to be able to receive so that what comes pouring out of me is everything else. So often, who relates to this? So often we're giving, and we're never receiving. And what happens is the well runs dry. And I know for a fact, and I've seen this happen far too many times than I would like to say I have. People try to start psychic businesses or spiritual businesses. The well runs dry. They have to give up. They got to go get another job or do something else. And then their light work, unfortunately, I'm not going to say it suffers completely because they still, maybe help people here and there, but it doesn't reach the level of impact that I know your mission can sustain, that your mission wants to create. So that's the reason I'm here. And you guys talked about your why in your workbook a couple days ago. And whatever your why is super perfect and important as well. So I just want to mention also that I did pick, well, technically Jen from Team Tana picked this winner, but I, of course, hopped on board. I'd like to acknowledge someone who's been engaged in the chat. I could see their smile. And they also booked a call with Jen. So I know that she's serious about holding space for her dream business. And I'm looking around to see if I can see her. Where is she? Maybe she'll be late. So one of our sessions is going out to Pam. Oh, there she is, Claire. Hi, Claire. Claire, I wanted to let you know that we see you. We see all of you, but we see you. Jen saw you in the chat. Jen saw you interacting, and Jen has chosen with her choice you to receive a strategy session with me. So that's 2 times free coaching. And it's again, it's not about anything other than what moves the needle on the next step that you're looking forward to. So again, on these calls, it's like, what are you trying to work on? And then we give you our brain so that you can know from someone who's been working in a 6-figure business how to make that aspect of what you want in your business sort of happen. This is not anything other than you getting our advice about the things that are important to you in your business right now and moving the needle, of course. So I wanted to mention, even if you're catching the replays, I'm glad you're here. It's still just as great on the replay as far as the content is concerned. If you want to engage, I invite you to join us live if you can, but you don't have to. Replays are great. And I also, really quickly, you guys, if it's okay with you, I had a lot of people reach out to me recently. Like a lot of you guys have been asking me about like what happens after this if you want to keep working with our team, like about the mentorship program and the different pieces. And I've just been like typing it out like way too much. And it's not as easy to just breeze over real quickly in the email. So if it's okay with you, I'd like to show you a couple of slides that will just like show it to you. And then that'll answer all your questions. And then for the rest of the time that we're together, we can just be working so that we're not constantly going back to that question. And like some of you guys have been hopping on your calls with Jen and you're asking about the program, which I love, but I want that time to be for you and your business. I don't want it to be about like, necessarily, I mean, we'd love to talk to you about our program, but those coaching calls are meant to actually be like constructive in your business, not necessarily like a call where we're telling you about our coaching program. So if it's okay, I'm going to share my screen and just show you a couple things that it entails that should answer all your questions. And then you can let me know if there's anything I left out. Is that okay, you guys? It's just a lot easier to do it this way. Okay. So, what I have for you. Hold on, let me open up the slide. Okay. All right. So you guys remember what this is? This is the model that is the 6-figure business right in the middle. And this is service-based. Now, I want to mention that I definitely work with a lot of people and a lot of students in our classes and courses and mentorships that want to do something more like a coaching program or have something a little bit more like a product or a like a course or something. And this thing I'm going to show you here really works for any of that. But since most of my clients start out thinking and knowing that they want to do psychic readings or one-on-one sessions, this is the model based on sessions, but the marketing plan, the structure actually works for multiple items. I just wanted to mention that. So you guys remember that, right? From last time, the 100K model, it's basically 10 readings a week. So that's 52 weeks, give or take. You could take vacations and just put a couple extra on the other weeks. 520 readings a week. I am going to teach you how a model of doing half at first price, a full price, and half at half price ends up making you 100K. Okay. And I'm going to take what we're talking about today when we're done with this and partner it with sort of the context tomorrow. And then after that, you should be able to have really an idea of exactly how to get what is right here. Okay. So I want to mention also that in the program, we're really focused on the money-making method for psychic readers. So we talk about accepting the call, mastering your magic, and getting paid. We've been talking about that too in this program. These are just some slides from another presentation I have. So it says, you've seen how the easiest, fastest, and most efficient way to be able to give psychic readings like a pro and be able to market your business is the money-making method. Imagine what you could have. Let me just admit somebody here. Okay, sorry about that. And then it says, making money in your psychic reading business can be slow and scary and difficult, but it doesn't have to be. The good news is I can do it with you. And if that's something you want, here's what it is. It's called the Become a Money-Making Mentorship, Psychic Mentorship Program. And basically what's included is for now 2 intensive training containers. So there's one side where we work on skill set and one side where we work on business, because everybody really is helped the most by having access to both of these. So the Read Like a Pro Psychic Reader Mastermind is a 12-week high-level training and coaching program with 12 on-demand trainings and actually 6 months of live coaching so that you can do it all twice, because repetition is important. And what it does is it basically elevates your psychic skills. It gives you practice and feedback. It's all about building connection, competence, and confidence. And for a lot of you guys who were thinking that your skill set just needed some more confidence, this is where your whole system, your whole business, your whole confidence level can change in this program. And I always say, frankly, it'll have you contending with the top performing psychics in the industry. I've been known for doing timelines. I'm really, really great at timeline readings. And a lot of people that are even professionals don't know how to do it. And if you're in my program, you're going to learn how to do it better than a lot of the other professional psychics out there. So it's just a place where you're learning, but you're also masterminding with your other pro psychic readers, and you're talking shop on a very, very high level when it comes to being a professional in the industry. The other one is the Psychic Business Accelerator program, and that's where we do all the business stuff. And really what it is it's a turnkey solution for your branding, marketing, and tech. So what I mean by turnkey is you guys are going to get the model by the end of this 5 days. You're going to know everything that you can do. But I literally have turnkey branding, marketing, and tech. So what that means is I have a template for a website. I have a template for copy. I have a template for your lead magnets. I have a template for everything. So all you have to do is like Mad Lib, answer the questions. And what you're going to have is a highly converting, systems in your business, but also not just like bro marketing, but I have professional copywriters that I've paid, thousands of dollars to come in and write copy and mad lib it out so that you have actual, like, pertaining to our industry content, but that it's easily accessible to you so that you don't have to go figure out how to do all of this on your own. And the same goes with website and implementation and content and all of that. So it's a 24-week mentorship program, and it's going to guide you step by step. Literally everything you need to have a 100K business based on my model, we are literally doing for you. All you have to do is fill in the blank, and answer the questions as they pertain to you. And we work with you and coach you so that you feel really on board with that. So anyways, what's included? You also get the volunteer for practice readings online community. When the membership comes out, you'll have access to that as well for free. There's also a private Voxer support group. It's just basically an app that lets us do a group chat. And the content overview for the, I'm going to go back to the Read Like a Pro, the skill set. It's going to have a one-on-one coaching with me. Everyone starts out with a one-on-one coaching so that I can get to know you and we could talk about your abilities. It's kind of like a psychic reading for your abilities. And then you have content that's on demand right there from right when you register for ethical practices, common pitfalls, psychic reading scripts, other best practices. And of course, you can take that psychic ability suite quiz again, like you did if you hadn't already, if you want to take that again. Okay, so that's the on-demand content. And then here's the lessons we do. We master photograph readings. We master yes or no readings, which I think Sunny's in the house today. She loves yes or no readings. Maybe she can tell you a little bit about that. She uses it in all of her other reading techniques. She throws in yes or no readings, which is just basically a way of, getting very, very clear on the direction your reading is going. So we master eye gazing readings, which is incredibly powerful. We master fill the sentence readings, which is just my method for helping you learn clairaudience, so that clairaudience is never more than just a moment away, a listen away. We master hand-holding readings. My empaths really excel at this one because they can get a lot of information. I know it's virtual, so you're working with other people, animals, trees. There's all sorts of ways to work on sort of that kinesthetic energy with others. Psychometry is another kinesthetic one. We work with objects and read the people that the objects belong to. We do Akashic record readings, which many of you have heard the Akashic records. We go into someone's life blueprint and we get information about whoever it is, our client's asking about or them. We talk about health and body scan readings. There are a lot of people in this industry that are really scared to talk about health and body, but from a psychic perspective, there's a lot you can do for people here. And believe it or not, as long as you do it ethically and you know the responsibility you have and you really, really seriously, take responsibility for all of that, you will find that most people that come for readings want to ask about health. So if you actually have tools for this, you will stand out among a ton of other readers just because you have tools for this to do it ethically, safely, all the things. Okay. Timeline readings, that's what I'm known for. Timeline predictions. I will have you predicting timelines. And again, that's a skill that not a lot of people have. Mediumship readings. A lot of you guys are wanting to move into mediumship. There are a lot of tools I can teach you for how to master mediumship readings, whether you're getting some information that falls in your lap or you need to pick the fruit yourself. And then 20 questions method is a way of making your readings. If they go 15 minutes, this is a way to make them 30. If they're 30, it's a way to make them an hour. And basically this gives you more freedom with what you want to make your services to be. So like if you're doing half-hour readings right now and you can charge more for an hour, but you usually run out of info after a half hour, we're going to fix that. So here it is. There's also some bonus videos there that you can see. This is the 12 weeks. And what's going to happen is you'll get to run through all of these twice, technically in 6 months, because the mentorship includes both programs. And since you're in the other 24-week program, you get this one for 24 weeks technically as well. So each one starts out with a meditation to give you your first reading, a video workshop showing me coaching beginner students doing this. You go out and practice it with 5 people, and then you log your data in a workbook and you show up to the coaching call. And then we mastermind and talk about your experiences and you learn from everyone else's, and we get really good at what we do, real good. And then here's some bonuses. I'll skip over that. You can read this, some of this stuff on the page for my website. I'll show that to you too. The cool thing about the mastermind is there is a certification awarded if you would like. All you have to do is do a video of your journey and introduce your offerings to the world, which is obviously something you can use on your own platform anyways. A short essay of your accomplishments in the program and a 60 session practice reading log with basic details of your readings. And then you can get certified. I'm also starting to roll out where my certified readers are going to be on a directory on my website. I have a lot of people who want readings from me and I'm not doing them, so I'd rather they do them with you. Okay, and then this is the overview for the business program. We talk about your mission, which is a deep dive into who your soul clients are, what your special sauce is, and how to align with your true and unique calling. Even if you don't feel that you're unique, I guarantee you are. We just have to learn how to discover and articulate that. Very important. Your signature offer, which we talked about here, but really your signature offer is the key to your entire business. It's the offer that's going to turn leads into customers, and it's going to turn customers into satisfied customers that book again for either the same service or other services. So everything comes down to your signature offer, which we've touched on already, but we go really, really deep into this, into the program, and we actually create it. Your light working lead magnet, we're talking about a lead magnet today. A lead magnet is really important. It's a free or low ticket thing that is the vehicle that brings someone who's interested in you into the process of being ready to buy your signature offer. We're going to talk about that a little more today. And of course, we go deep and create these things in the program if you need help with it. We also, I don't know how many of you guys do or don't have websites, but we literally have turnkey website copywriting. So all your sales pages, your bio pages, your lead magnet sales pages, everything, we did demystify everything. We have professional copywriters that come in, create these templates for us that convert highly, and they know our audience, they know our type of content that we're creating, and you don't have to think about any of this, and it'll be high converting. So that's copywriting. We also do website setup, which means all the tech and all the designs and all the templates and all the things. We actually literally create designs for you that are meant to drag and drop the content that we know you're creating in our program. And it all just fits and looks beautiful. And then the last time when we do content implementation, we're talking about both dropping that copy and all the content in there that you've created. And then we're also talking about design features so that you can personalize it and make it wowing and beautiful and relevant to your brand. We also teach you and set up your automated booking systems. One time I did a reading on actually Linda G's channel, and somebody else did one on Linda G's channel. And that night I booked like 6 months worth of readings, and the other person only booked like 4 readings. Why? Because I had an automated booking system, and people booked in the middle of the night and paid me in the middle of the night while I was asleep. And I simply woke up, you know, abundantly ready to serve. So automated booking systems are huge. Got to have one. And this one will interact with your whole system, and we make it all work so that it's like a little pinball machine and all the pieces are connected. We also help you with email automations. You're going to learn a little bit more about how that plays into the master plan, both today and tomorrow. Email automations means you're not doing anything on your own. Your business runs in while you sleep. Really important. It runs in the background while you sleep. It generates leads. It warms your leads. It creates sales all in the background without you doing anything. It's really important part of the process. And then we launch your website. After your website, after we do all your launching and we promote, you know, that you're open for business. If you're already open for business, you just promote your new style, your new flair. And then we talk about your voice and visibility, which is socials, and your client attraction method, which is also PR. We did a PR workshop the other night in our mentorship program, and we had them pitch on that training call 2 major publications. And 2 hours after that pitch, one of my girls got picked up from Authority magazine literally 2 hours later, and is now doing a full feature in Authority magazine. Yeah. So PR is cool and it helps. So for you guys that don't want to do social media, PR is an amazing place to put your attention. So we talk about that. So anyways, here's the model. Here's what we do. So basically these 12 trainings are bi-weekly. And then the other opposite week is a coaching call where you get my help catching up and just like making these things nice and tight and nice and perfect. And so we take 6 months to do this, and you're launched, you know, before the 6 months is out, but by the 6 months, you know, turn, well, when it's done, you have absolutely everything you need to have a 6-figure business. And it's basically all turnkey. So you didn't have to do anything from scratch, and you did it all modeled after exactly what makes me and my money in my business. Okay. So what's my next slide here? Oh, each core module includes, worksheets to work on, a video workshop that is your module that's training biweekly, and then you do the tutorials in there, and then you come to the coaching call on the opposite week where you interface with me and everybody else live. And then there's some bonuses, broadcast campaigns, which are just emails after you've built the initial system, understanding value ladders, how to ascend people from your signature offer up to your other offers, product training if you're interested in doing boxes or Oracle decks, these kinds of things, is creating an online course for you. I want to turn you on to what you need there. And yeah, so now I just have here in this slide, it says, first option, you can go at this alone, slower, confusing, difficult, lots of mistakes. Sometimes biggest thing is failure to launch. You never get it off the ground. It never hits the ground running. The second option is do it together, faster, smarter, easier. You have templates. They're proven methods. They work. They make money, they make it easy, they make it highly converting, they put the attention on you and your uniqueness and your service and not on all the other, I'm going to say crap. It's not crap. I love all the other part. That's why I coach it, but it feels like crap sometimes, all the other crap you have to focus on. So it takes that part and sort of makes it easy. And here's basically the last thing I'll show you is the price. So the regular price is $8,000 and it's going up to that the next time I do one of these events. I believe the beta pricing though is $2,000 off. Beta pricing just means it's new. And so we are building some of the content out behind the scenes. And so because you are our first round, we give a discount. There's also a case study program discount, which means if you'll allow me to use your testimonials and to send you a feedback form every so often, and you're willing to give me that feedback so that I can build the best platform and support people the best I can, I will give you $400 off. And then the payment in full discount is $600. So the total savings is $3,000 if you do all of those things, or a combination of them, obviously just add it up. So if you pay in full and you're doing all those things, it's $5,000. If you do payments, you can do one, two, well, obviously one is payment in full. You can do 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 payments. There's no additional charge for, 2 payments versus 6 payments. It's just $5,600 if you're doing payments. And if you go to this website, which is tananewberry.com, program payment plans, and we'll drop that in the chat. Jen, maybe you can drop it in the chat. And also, Jen, if you can drop the sales page to the program so that they can remember all the details and follow along with it. If you go to my website, tananewberry.com, and you click mentorship, it'll give you the sales page to the mentorship so that you can remember everything I just showed you. But basically, this is the price. This is it. So I invite you, if this is right for you, to do that. Okay. So anyways, I know there's a lot of information, but that means I can just have once that I said it, and now we can talk about you and other things. Okay. So, okay, cool. If you guys have any questions about that, please let Jen know and she will get you in the know. Okay. So the next thing I want to do is just jump right into the work we need to do today. Jen, I know I'm having you drop a bunch of links right now. You're probably scurrying to find all the things, but would you mind dropping the link to the workbook one more time? You guys, we're going to head over to the workbook. We're going to talk about lead magnets today. And tomorrow, when we're focused on the entire day of working on I call it the 10K funnel, because I made 10K in the first 30 days. I initiated this funnel from creating content day 1 all the way to getting paid 10K on day 30. It was like, what is the price for the 12-week or the 20? So it's the mentorship includes both programs. And Miriam, you can, Jen, you can answer that so that I don't get distracted and I get to the content for today. But yeah, write your messages to Jen and she will get that to you. Okay. Workbook link. Let me find the workbook link. Workbook link. There it is. So if this is your first day joining us, or you just want to use a fresh workbook link, there you go. And do me a favor, grab that workbook. And when you have it open, type open in the chat, open, and you're going to want to open up to day 3. Open, great. Open. Okay. So for the rest of our couple of days that we're working on, we're out of the system of like discovering our unique voice and our branding. Like we talk about money from now on. Is that okay with you guys? We talk about lead generation and money from now on. That's what you're ready for. So I'm going to share my screen and grab my notebook. Okay, so lead generation is something a lot of you shared that you would like in your business, and you're right. It is the prime thing that is really important in your business is lead generation and getting them from being a lead into being a customer. But how do we do that? We do it through a lead magnet. And some of you guys may have heard this term before, but you probably didn't have a strategy for it that was perfect for what exactly you need it to do. So even if you've heard of a lead magnet before, stick with me. Okay. So first of all, if you guys haven't heard of a lead magnet, what is it? It's a free or a low ticket, like $7, even $27, something like that. A free or low ticket asset could be a download. I have some examples I'll show you in a second. And it's offered to a customer in exchange for their name and their email address. And it can be a mini process, a discount code, an ebook, a meditation. It can be a lot of different things. So why have a lead magnet? The bottom line is that lead magnets are a powerful way to capture new sales for your business. That's the whole point. The best lead magnets identify, connect you to, and serve the perfect client who's a good fit for your signature offer. Okay. So hear me out. Signature offer. Okay. If my signature, I'm going to use Sunny as an example. Is Sunny still with us? Yes, Sunny's with us. So actually, Sunny, can I bring you on? Can we talk about your lead magnet? Are you free? Sunny's in my mentorship program. Sunny, are you free? Okay. She is maybe not free. Okay. So let me remove my spotlight here. Okay. So Sunny has a business where her website is Divine Mother Magic. So her basic uniqueness and her power is that she is a very loving motherly energy herself. She's got 9 kids. She is like the ultimate mother. Okay. So in her psychic reading business, that motherly intention, that motherly energy comes out. And we started to identify as she worked this process that what she was channeling was in essence a consciousness, an energy called the Divine Mother, and that everybody had a Divine Mother energy, which just consisted of all the nurturing motherly maternal energy that was ever connected to this particular soul. Do you guys follow? So she wanted to sell, her signature offer was a reading where she channels your Divine Mother and she gives you information, wisdom, love, unconditional support by channeling your unique Divine Mother. Okay. So that's her signature offer. All right. That's what she wants to sell. So what she needed in a lead magnet is the perfect set it up, knock it down. So if you want to create, this is what you, if you've heard of lead magnets before, this is the element you might be missing. Okay. If you want to create an authority, an awareness, and an interest, and a buzz, and a desire to talk to your Divine Mother, what needs to happen to create someone who doesn't know about a Divine Mother into someone who desires to now get a reading with their Divine Mother? What do you need? Well, Sunny's answer to that was to create a lead magnet where she introduces you to your Divine Mother. So she's got a 4-part, 4-day system. Actually, I think she did 5. One of them was an introduction, and then one was a meditation and a workbook process that had you see her. And then another day you would hear her. And then another day you would know her. And then another day you would feel her. And by the end of this 4-day process, if someone had done this whole process right now, they're pretty invested into the idea of their divine mother. And then when she offers them a reading at half off for 72 hours, like hotcakes, they're buying that. They want more of the divine mother. And even if they didn't open every email and do everything, they're aware of who Sunny is, and they're aware of what she's available for. And that content is there at any time, and nothing lost, because they can go review it at any time, right? And enter into her system. So instead of just going to her website and saying, enter an email for my newsletter, which no one cares about anymore. That was like when the internet started. That was like AOL days. Okay. No one cares about a newsletter anymore. Right. And if you're just like, hey, go, if you come right to a website and you're like, click here to book, but someone doesn't feel connected yet. They don't feel the desire. They need wooing. You don't just pop a question and try to marry someone on the first date, do you? No, you got to woo them. You got to develop a relationship, right? If you want to get, if them boys want to make us want to kiss them, they're going to have to do a few things to turn us on. Okay. They're going to have to create a desire for us to want to connect. Right. And so the idea is the lead magnet is not just something that you throw up on your website or anywhere else. It has to be that perfect thing that sets up the desire that you're going to knock down and deliver in your signature offer, which is the thing you're going to sell first, right? This is the key to lead generation. So I'm going to go back to sharing my screen and talking about lead magnets. So once you've captured their email address, you can continue building the relationship with your leads via a very impactful email marketing plan that's all automated, by the way, ultimately increasing your sales and customer loyalty. So I want to show you, I'm going to have to stop share and do it again. Sorry for, I'm switching formats. I'm going to show you guys, get ready to screenshot, because this is not in your workbook. This is something I created later. Get ready to screenshot this. This is an excellent, everything you need to know, nothing that you don't, good ideas for lead magnets. So let's talk about this. Downloads can be e-guides, worksheets, journal prompts, tarot spreads, templates of any kind. Okay. Like, let's say you wanted to teach somebody, let's say you wanted to offer health and body readings, but you wanted them to desire to do health and body readings. You might do a lead magnet that leads them through a process of checking in to see where energy is stuck and where energy can be moved for better health, right? And so you don't bring them through like diagnosis. You don't do that. That's probably not going to serve them. But you can bring them through, the energetics. You could like have a template where you go through the chakras every day and ask them to do a self-study of what's aligned and what's not. And then you say, hey, did you find somewhere to improve? Here's an offer that I have where we can do the healing together, right? So it sets it up, knocks it down. Audio, video, of course, downloads can be meditations, daily coaching, video series, mini trainings. For ebooks, if you have an ebook or you want to write an ebook, and also I could do a whole class on ebooks. It doesn't have to be 300 pages anymore. It could be 50 pages, because whatever gives you the result the quickest. Who would rather read a 300-page book to get the result, or a 50-page book and get the same result? It's not the same thing it used to be. Ebooks is not the same thing as it used to be. Now it's right, Jennifer? It's like now it's what, give me the result and give me a good result and give me the tools I need to get the result, but do it as quick as possible, because my time is precious and I don't necessarily, reading for reading's sake is fine. Like I have our Chicken Soup for the Soul, for the Psychic Reader's Soul book, Accepting Your Call, which is for the joy of reading. But if I was to create more of a tactical business training, I would get you the result in the quickest time possible, because we're not reading for joy here. We're reading for results. And so I'd want to get you that quick. Anyways, if you did have an ebook, you can do chapter quotes, inspirational memes, video recaps, audio companions, these type of things. Card of the day, mini readings. If you can find a reason to context doing a new reading in their inbox for a couple of days when they first give you their email, like a series of readings, fantastic. Obviously, that's going to apply to a lot of us. A self process that creates a desire for your signature offer, like Sunny, a self process to get to know your divine mother in her case. You can present the same process using different techniques, like getting to know your divine mother with different techniques, hearing, seeing, feeling, knowing. Or you can do the same technique for a variety of topics, meaning like if you want to see all your spirit guides, today we're going to see fairies, then we're going to see angels, then we're going to see, our loved ones in spirit, then we're going to see, do you see what I mean? So we're either using the same technique with multiple topics, or we're using multiple techniques with the same topic. And I know that that's a lot, and I can answer questions about that later in the coaching section if you want, but hopefully you get that. And then, quizzes, there's a good little link here, tryinteract.com is where I do my quizzes, but quizzes are designed to identify, a type of person, then you can cater right to them. Quiz funnels can be a little more complicated because instead of doing just 6 automations before you make your offer, you might have to do 6 automations for every 1 to 4 results or whatever, but I do teach this in my program. We have someone building one right now, and you can do it on your own as well if you want to figure it out on your own. And then case study inspired stuff, testimonials and things, but you have to make it about them. So it has to be something where you could show a story of a remarkable reading, but you have to involve and serve the receiver of this email in particular. Okay, so make sure your signature offer is what you're bringing awareness to and that you're serving that person. Okay, did you guys all get the screenshot of that? Okay, are you guys doing okay? Type okay in the chat if you're like somewhat following me here. If we're good, can I keep going? Okay, everyone's okay. Good stuff. Everyone's okay. Okay. So I also would like to show you something. I don't want you to worry about this today because this is tomorrow's topic. Okay, because I want to stick with like the lead magnet idea, but I just want to show you something that's going to be relevant to us tomorrow. And tomorrow is the biggest money day of the training. And then the last day is probably one of our biggest coaching days of the training. So I want you to understand the context of why we're just talking about lead magnets today. Let me get this. So this is in your notebook tomorrow in like a different, in a different design, but okay, I just want to show you this, just so you have context. I don't want to overwhelm you, but I just want to show you this quickly. If this doesn't all stick, don't worry. This is our topic tomorrow, okay? So this is how you get new leads. Number 1 on the left is an opt-in form where they put their email, and then this value 1, value 2, value 3, value 4 is an example. You can have more or less. I like 4 as a minimum, but you can also have more. If I have one client right now in my mentorship that has a book with 13 chapters, and she is serving and wooing a person 13 times before she makes them an offer. And again, these are not anything she's doing manually. This is all automatically happening just from them finding her, putting in their email, and being wooed, all with an automated system of all the things that she's put together. So value 1, value 2, value 3, and value 4 is just you delivering the goods, you letting them know what it's like to work with you, and setting them up in a process that will create a desire and a relevancy and a, obvious next step for your signature offer. Okay. So think of Sunny and think of her get to know your divine mother. And then now her signature offer is I'm going to channel her for you as a professional channel of the Divine Mother. So if you've grown to love her, or you got a glimpse of her and you're like, oh my gosh, she's so beautiful, you're going to want to have Sunny channel her for you, right? So on the very last day of your value deliver, you make a 72-hour deal. And that 72-hour deal that's based on the program that I, build for you guys in the model, you can deviate if you want. I'll still support you in that. But I do a 50% off offer, 50% off. And you guys remember, I was doing readings at $250 for 50 minutes, approximately an hour, $250. So I did half of them at full price, and then half of them were new leads in this system. So for 72 hours, this person would receive a coupon to get 50% off of my $250 offer, which means it would be $125, right? But that's built into my system. That's built in. So even though the value of my program, my offer is $250, I know, and I've already calculated that half of them at $125 is still going to make me $100K. Okay. So I build it in. So at 72 hours, I offer them a deal. 48 hours, I remind them. 24 hours, 4 hours, I remind them last call. And it's highly converting into a sale, especially on this 4-hour spot, believe it or not. Especially. So anyways, that's what we're getting into tomorrow. Did I overwhelm you by showing you that today? You're okay? Okay. So you're good. I love it. You guys are all, I feel like you're with me. I feel like you're with me. Okay. So then what we're going to do is go back to our workbook. And what I want us to do is take the rest of the time we have today. Actually, I'm going to do this at the end. I'm going to skip a few pages. Okay. I'm going to skip a few pages for the brain dump on the lead magnet 1, 2, 3 idea. We'll do that at the end. I'm going to do this first. So I'm going to go down to page 43 in our workbook, and I'm going to mention that this lead magnet, a link to your lead magnet, can be put right there on your social banners. Okay. I'm going to mention that you can also do lead magnet, a link to your lead magnet just on socials, not banners, but a post. You can put it in your stories. This is my current thing. It's a little different because I sell high ticket coaching programs versus like a service. So what I'm doing today is just a hair different, but basically I have a link where you can go get your, free training. You can also promote it with things like relatable or funny spiritual memes. I love Sahara Rose for doing these memes. She makes these. Look, it says, me living with my heart wide open because it's the only way to fully live. Me trusting my dharma, my soul's purpose will unfold as I honor my truth. So to promote your lead magnet, like if this was sunny, it would be like me having just spent the afternoon with my divine mother in total bliss and meditation. Me having just seen my divine mother give me the thumbs up about where I'm going in my life. Do you understand? These things would have promoted her lead magnet to get to know your divine mother, anything that creates buzz around divine mother in her case, right? So I just wanted to show you that other than just putting it on your website, you can actually utilize like having a place where they can go to grab it, like a link, and then putting it all sorts of places and even buzzing it with, indirect humor or fun similar to this. Okay. So if it's okay with you, I am going to put on some music, and I'd like you guys to work on these 3 ideas. So hopefully you have the screenshot from before. Maybe I'll put both things up on the screen here in a second. But the way to approach like a good lead magnet idea is the problem and the result that supersedes the signature offer. So I actually want you to go down here first and then say the signature offer. So first, I'm just going to use Sunny as a example. Divine Mother Psychic readings. Okay. So that's the offer, just so I'm aware. And what do I want them? What do I need them need them invested in. I need them invested in wanting to connect with their divine mother. That's what I want. Okay. I want to sell them a divine mother psychic reading, and I need them invested in connecting with their divine mother. So that is the end, right? That's what I need. That's what I want. How does this set this sum up perfectly? So you can ask yourself, what problem do I need to solve so I can get somebody to want to connect with their divine mother? So Sunny would have put, the problem is they don't know yet or don't care yet. This will be similar for a lot of you, about their divine mother. Okay. The problem is she wants them to care about their divine mother, but they probably have never even heard of what a divine mother is. That's the problem. Okay. The result is, again, probably this, what we're investing in is better to be put here. We want them to want to connect to their divine mother. Okay. I'm going to take this and actually have it there instead. So the signature offer, sorry, I'm having trouble deleting. The signature offer is the divine mother psychic reading. And we want them, as a result, to want and desire to connect with their divine mother so that they're perfect for this offering. And the problem is that they don't know their divine mother. Okay. They don't care about divine mothers necessarily. So what's the offer? Make them care about their divine mother and want to know her, hear from her more. Okay. That's the offer. How can we offer that? Well, for her, it's 4 video meditations. Hear, see, feel. She took the Claire route. Know their divine mother. And if you like this model, you like what I'm saying, it applies to you, you can use it. Sunny doesn't own it. You can do it as you, that's fine. Okay. So what I want you to do is start and some of these pieces might come like in different orders than the way I did it. But what we want here is a clear connection to the end result. The end result is we need them to buy a divine mother psychic reading. The problem is they don't know yet or care about their divine mother. We need them to care about their divine mother so that they want a reading. And so in the middle, the offer is basically, how do we get them to care and which kind of offering do I want to deliver? So for her, this is a 4 video meditation series, and it does apply to dripping out this offer over the series of 4 days. So the best lead magnets drip out. When I say drip, it just means like 1 installment comes every day. The best lead magnets have installments that go somewhere between 3 if you have to, 4 is better, all the way to, let's say, 15 days. Okay. So the best ones are somewhere in between there. And really imagine really wooing someone. And then after wooing them, making them an offer they can't refuse. This literally is the missing element to your business. Having all of this so strategic and so like intentional, and then having this automated. This is the reason why psychic reading businesses do or don't work. Okay. So it's actually, believe it or not about you being a great reader, because I already know you are, or a great healer. It's about this. It's about this intentional, set it up, knock it down, and then automating this. So I'm going to put on some music. I'm going to let you guys brain dump 3 different ideas. At the end of like 5 or 6 minutes, we will do a couple coaching, and I don't have a really long time today because I have an appointment a little bit later, but I do want to answer your questions about what came up today or give you my feedback on your ideas. So let's go ahead and have you finish up with that.
I feel part of the universe opened up to meet me. My emotion so submerged, broken down to kneeling, once listening. The voices they came, I had to somehow greet myself, read myself. Heard vibrations within my cells, in my cells, singing. My love is safe for the universe. See me now, I'm bursting on one planet, so many turns to different worlds, singing. Fill my heart with discipline, put there for the teaching. In my head, see clouds of stairs. Help me as I'm reaching the future with better
Okay, how many of y'all would like me to start some coaching now? Put a thumbs up. The other option will be I give you 5 more minutes. Do you want 5 more minutes or do you want coaching? 5 minutes to finish what you're doing or coaching? Coaching, 5 minutes. Some of you guys aren't mentioning coaching. Okay. let me begin coaching. Again, the only page we didn't look at in the workbook is just your reminders. So be sure to post in the Psychic Reader Society group if you want to get any feedback on your lead magnet ideas. You know, you could also play around with designing a few social graphics that have, you know, kind of like the vibe of your lead magnet idea. Book your coaching call and set your alarm for tomorrow's session. So I'll just say that. And okay, so what I will do is invite you if you want to run your lead magnet idea by me. I'm really good at this. I can pop out a context. If I know what you want to sell, we can get you there if you're struggling. So go down to the reaction button on the bottom, raise your hand. I won't be able to talk to a ton of people today, but if you're quick on the draw and you raise your hand and you want the support, we could also talk about this tomorrow as well. But you guys can raise your hand here. And we'll get some coaching done. And if some of you guys are still working on yours, just keep working. That sounds good. So Jennifer, hi, Jennifer. I'm going to spotlight me and you. Hang on just a sec. Where are you, Jennifer? Okay,
I
hi.
hope my mic works.
Yeah.
My
you're
mic
good.
working?
Yep.
Okay.
How's it going?
Good. Thank you. Thank you very much.
You are
Good
welcome.
to see you.
Okay. Good to see you too.
So I think I'm an oracle card reader.
Okay.
But I have other things as well. But this is the tangible thing that I think that I have to offer for now. So the result, where do you want to start at the top or the middle or
Well,
the
it's
bottom?
always, I mean, you guys will hear me like a broken record. I say this a lot, like, what do you sell? So when we talk about like your oracle card readings, is it just oracle card readings? Is there a specific, is it flavored by who you want to work with, what type of context do you like to help people with their oracle card readings? Is there anything else to know about your oracle card readings that helps me understand what you want your signature offer to be? Like what types of questions do you prefer to answer?
I think these are the people that are searching for answers but have no idea where to find it.
Okay, so they're just like lost and need clarity. Like they're at a
Yes.
loss. Like they're shoulder shrug people. Like
They want a reading to get clarity on their current situation and discover their next right action.
okay. So I wonder if I can share my screen with you on. Okay. So Jennifer, you want to sell oracle card readings that provide clarity to the, I'm just going to say completely confused. Okay, just for giggles, okay? So the result is you want them to recognize they need clarity / help and desire to get clarity / sorry about my typing, get clarity clarity / help. Would you say that's true? So
Yes.
if we want to provide them a reading that gives them clarity, the result is we need them to want to get clarity, right? Which they might already, but we want them to know that, right? The problem. What did you have for, did you fill out one of these? What did you have for the other items?
It's gone completely.
Do you have it? Jennifer? Can you hear me, Jennifer? Jennifer, can you hear me? I'm losing Jennifer. Okay, I'm not sure if she can hear me. Can you guys all hear me? You guys can hear me.
Now I can hear you.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
So did you fill out one of these? How did you interpret this exercise for you?
Okay, they're searching for the answer, but they have no idea where it is. And I can provide them with spreads that are already designed to answer the question. I want them to recognize that they need help or they need clarity or help or desire to get.
Yes. So because your internet is a little unstable, I'm just going to drive this, okay, the conversation, and then you can ask me questions about it later if you need to offline, okay? But basically what we're dealing with is, and this might apply to a lot of you guys, we want to do a reading for someone to provide them clarity in places where they're confused. So we need them to recognize they need help or want help, right? So the problem is really that they may not be motivated or even know that my / Jennifer's, right, psychic readings can solve this for them. Okay. So the problem is they might not be motivated or know that Jennifer's psychic readings can solve this for them. So the offer, okay, how do we get somebody who we want to recognize that a reading can solve it? How do we get them to want a reading? The offer should be something along the lines of how a psychic reading can provide clarity about your next steps. Okay? That's what the offer should be, because what we're trying to do is just develop a need and a desire to get a reading. So out of all things that we could give them, what we really want to do is let them know that a psychic reading can provide the next steps. So what you might do if you're trying to make an offer that basically proves that psychic readings can be the next step, you could have card spreads for them to do. Okay. You could also have like a little workbook, reflection, journal entry or something for their card spread result. You could also do like 5 areas of life over 5 days, a sort of how am I doing in this area of my life kind of theme. Okay. And let's say you had, 5 different spreads. Okay. Now you might ask me, Jennifer, or anybody else, if I'm giving them the goods in this offer, why would they want to book a reading with me? Well, let me be really clear. Nothing will replace access to you. Self-study is not access to you. You can actually, believe it or not, create the same intention and create a process for people, but you will always be able to convey that going deeper and getting more personal and more information is always available with access to you, Jennifer. So if you want to help the people who need clarity with Oracle cards, you have to get them from needing clarity and knowing that they can get it through a reading. And you can do it by starting to help them understand how readings can provide clarity, but it's not going to be at the level of clarity that you can give them with a reading. And that's what you would convey when you did your email copy, right? Does that make sense? Do you guys get that? I'm going to stop my share and come back to Jennifer. How does that sit with you? Do you see how that works?
Yeah, I'm getting a bigger idea. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you would just work on now, Jennifer, from this point on, just kind of figuring out if that model that I just said is something you're interested in pursuing, or looking at some of those other ideas and saying, how else would I create a desire for a psychic reading and create the awareness that a psychic reading can provide clarity, so that when people have problems, they go, I need a psychic reading. So you got to help them make that connection in their brain, right?
Would one pose the questions and say, do you wonder how? Do you wonder if? Have you ever thought of? Do you start with questions like that?
Yeah. So basically, when you have a lead magnet, there is like a place where they go to learn about what you're offering them, even though it's free. So you would have a sales copy, there to create the conversation around your offer. I'm going to help you over the next 5 days or whatever it is. Right. And have you ever this? Have you ever this? Have you ever this? Then psychic readings are the answers. And I have a self-study process for you that you can do. And then at the end, when you're making your offer of 72 hours, say, you probably did great work in your self-study, or if for some reason you found yourself confused, either way, nothing really replaces, a direct connection with an expert. And I want to be the support for you so that you can get the clarity. If you hadn't got the answers, if they were unclear, if you like this, you want more, for 72 hours, I'm offering you 50% off of my Oracle card readings designed to bring you clarity in the areas where you don't have it. Do you see the relevancy now?
Yes.
That's the missing key of when people make lead magnets and don't do it this way. That's what they're missing. So yeah, sit with that. Okay. Okay, cool. So thank you. All right. I'm going to bring on Sunny next. Sunny.
Hey,
Divine
everybody.
Mother Magic herself. Hi.
I apologize for how I look. We've been moving all day.
That's okay.
So I just really wanted to pop on and let you guys know I've been through the program. Well, I was kind of the first beta before her beta group. But I had a brick and mortar and I was Mother Magic. And then I got together with Tana and we were able to create who I am and what I have now, which is the Divine Mother Magic. And my lead magnet is, the Divine Mother's everywhere and we each can access her. And so I walk people through how to see, know, hear, and get a message from your very own Divine Mother, because we each have our very own Divine Mother energy. And so I just think it's such a beautiful process and it's very fulfilling and it can make your whole life. It's such a simple program, but it's so deep and so meaningful. And don't get me wrong, it's hard. It's hard work, but the hard work is worth it.
Yeah, it's like you have to dig deep, right? But
that's
part of what makes you show up authentically. Do you remember, Sunny, a little while ago when you didn't have any Divine Mother on your plate? No, Divine Mother offerings, the Divine Mother process. Do you remember when you were just, I'm a psychic reader, and you didn't have Divine Mother wasn't anywhere? Do you remember that? Yeah,
I was just the reason I came up with Mother Magic is I have 9 kids, and that was my thing. And then Tana and I sat down and we had a VIP day, which I'm sure she'll show you guys what that is later on. But we had a VIP day and she really made me realize that this is what I do. This is who I am. Because I was going to rebrand. I was like, I need to do something different. She's like, listen. And then we started doing the things that you're learning right now in these 5 days. And I had to dig deep. I tell you, I cried, I laughed, I got angry. She knows that. But it was so worth it because in the end, we realized that I'm able to embrace this energy and give it to others and nurture others. And really my messages are through love and that motherly energy.
Yeah. And I'm just going to show you a website that we built in this program. Are you guys okay to blow up Sunny's website real quick? Can I show your website real quick?
Yeah, show it. This is all, don't get it wrong. This is all Tana's brilliance.
Divine Mother Magic. What is your website? It's
divinemothermagic.com.
Mothermagic.com. Okay. I'm just going to show you guys what it's like now to see desktop, Chrome. Hold on. I just want to show you guys what it looks like to have, this all fleshed out. Okay.
And it is, yeah, and we used all the same programs that you guys would learn and use.
So she's got her Divine Mother Magic. Welcome to Divine Mother Magic. You have a Divine Mother. It's the comfort wisdom from your Divine Mother. So now we see that she is the Divine Mother person. She's got her offerings. Her Divine Mother readings are the first one. And then her certification is here. She has a certification in the program. And long story short, she's got her lead magnet that's ready to launch here very shortly too. But when you go to her website, it's a whole vibe. It's like the Divine Mother is like present in her website. And so that branding, if anybody's drawn to anything of her or hers that is the motherly, it's like that's what makes people respond versus I just book a psychic reading and I'll answer your questions, right?
Right.
So yeah, thank you for sharing that. Is there
Thank
anything
you
else
for letting
you
me.
have questions for me, or did you just come on to share?
Let me think. Let me think. A good question I think everybody should have is in this process of figuring out your lead magnet, right?
Right.
Is it okay? So when you have a generic idea, I want to read cards for people, right?
Okay.
How does one find the niche of it, their thing, that one thing that they're like, but wait, that's me?
Okay, so I'm going to be honest. In this 5 days, I'd be hard pressed to be able to help any of you really dig into this.
Well, no, I mean like, yeah.
No, that's a good question. It's a good question. And so what I'd like to say is that in 5 days, it'd be really hard. As you knew, it takes some time for you, right? Even though that one day we worked for 6 hours in a row, that's what a VIP day is, by the way.
Yeah.
We worked for 6 hours in a row and we scratched the surface. She came into form as you continued. Like it would be like going on a first date and then assuming that you know everything about a person the first day. You do have to sit with it for a minute. But the thing is like in the mentorship program, the reason you're so dialed into it, Sunny, is because you've done the time.
Yeah. And that's what I wanted them to hear is it's like, it takes time. And it takes having a guide, a mentor, a person, a human that you trust, right? Yeah. And for me, that's definitely Tana.
It's not that it has to take 3 months for you to come up with it. That's not what I mean. What I mean is you have to sit with it. You got to sit with it. You got to sit with it. You got to ask yourself the questions. You got to process. You got to put energy into it.
It's so that
you got to dig. You got to dig however it is that you need to dig. And so we do that obviously much more effectively in the mentorship program because you have access to me for 6 months, like literally. But here I want you guys to at least hear what Sunny's saying about why this process is important and whether you're doing it on your own or you're doing it with me or whatever, this is still where it's at. This is still what you want to be doing. Right. Yeah. So thank you.
It's that soul work. It's taking the time to ask all the questions. It's just like for me, I'm a yes, no fanatic, right? So it's asking all the questions. Does this feel right? Does that feel right? Am I in the right path? Am I choosing the right thing? So
it's one of those things where you might not know the questions to ask yourself. And that is where mentorship comes in. I mean, I'll be honest, like I too, whenever I'm trying to do something new, seek out mentorship for clarity so that I'm, I can't steer the boat if I don't know how to drive boats, so there is, but even if you're not going to work with me or do mentorship, seek out these processes, seek out this clarity and understand the context of what you're going to use it for. So cool. Thanks, Sunny.
And then thanks guys.
And we love you.
Love you all.
Okay. Let's go to Kathy next. Hey, Kathy. Hi. Oh, you're still muted. I'm going to ask to unmute. There you go. Hi.
Yeah. I must have hit it twice. But anyway, so I'm a cranial sacral therapist, but like just recently, the last couple of years, it's become more than cranial sacral therapy. It's become more metaphysical.
Okay.
And so So I define the problem as feeling that your life needs to go forward, but you cannot see your path. There are so many emotional or physical blocks in the way.
Okay.
Okay. And
So I want to stop right there. Can
yeah.
I?
Mhm, mhm.
Okay. You just said, what's the very last thing you said? There's a lot of
There are
physical and say it.
there are too many emotional or physical blocks in the way.
So I'm just going to cut to the chase. An
Mhm.
incredible lead magnet idea would be to identify on a self-study automated process for them that you create, that they do on demand, that works in the background, a process that identifies the things that are, say it again.
Too many emotional or physical blocks in the way.
You want them to know that they have too many, so you can sit here and help them identify them. Wow, you're really racking up. Wow, you've got a lot of issues, right? And I'm not saying that, I'm saying being funny, but the idea is
it's true.
when they take
Yeah.
inventory, the process of your lead magnet could be very powerful to have them have a process where they self-study, take an inventory of everything. And then
That's
by the
exactly
time
what I did.
yes, see, you're getting it.
It's like an ebook and I haven't done it yet, but an ebook and discovering where the blockages are in your energy field and physical body, and develop a step-by-step relaxation technique in looking for or feeling into their physical body and energetic field.
Yeah. So I also want to address that even though, like I said before, a self-study will never be as valuable as access to you. You also probably want to potentially think about the fact that we might want to keep this simple and have them just identify and then give them, maybe some tools, but you could also approach this one of two ways, where they work a process to start healing those things, or after identifying them and encouraging them, you offer them how to heal it over here. So instead of doing all of the healing here, you can do the identifying and provide some, general support, but say, if you're ready to heal, 72 hours, 50% off, let's go. Right. So you don't have to do in the session the exact same version of it in the self-study. You almost want it to be step 1, step 2.
Oh yeah.
That makes sense. It's almost better to be like step 1, step 2, then here's the self-study version, here's the in-person version. You can do it either way. But for you, I'm feeling that a step 1, step 2 would be, I'm just intuitively feeling that the way you're approaching the lead magnet, if you split it up like almost like it's a step 1, step 2, I think that'll make sense. In the brain.
Yeah, so, like the step 1 definitely is just identification of the blocks. Right.
And then list, some things you can look into based on what you learned, and right at the top of it, say the most highly recommended thing is a healing session with me or whatever, right? And I'm giving you 72 hours for 50% off because I appreciate you did this process and I want to make this available to you. It's always available, but if you want to do it now, here's my gift to you for, let me in your inbox for a week, right? And all that copy I have, or you can develop it on your own. But you basically, I'll talk about that tomorrow, like what you say when. But yeah, do you get that?
Yeah.
It's pretty clear.
And I kind of found the way you set it up was pretty, let me work with it intuitively and very without effort. And I like that, without effort.
It's so that you can focus on the things that are impactful for people and put the rest on autopilot. Build it once, turn it on, let it work in the background, and you just show up and look at your schedule for the day and serve.
That's awesome.
That's what the goal is, right? That's what we can create for ourselves. So, okay, cool. Thank you for sharing that. It's really clear. Good for you.
Thank you.
Okay, and I'm going to take Miriam next. Hi, Miriam.
Howdy.
Hi.
Thank you. I am loving this course.
Good. I'm so glad. What did you get out of it today?
Yeah, tons. I'm getting clear on my lead magnets, which is a big deal. But I have a question, and it's been a question that I've actually been asking myself for like 4 years.
Okay.
I don't mention, that this might sound arrogant. I don't mean it arrogant. I have 2 master's degrees. I have several specializations. I work in academia with professionals. I cannot say I am psychic. I would be laughed out of the entire community, right? I don't say I'm psychic. When I do my lead magnets, I do my advertising, I do not mention it.
Well, let me ask you,
Can
I ask you a fundamental question?
Yeah.
What do you want to sell? What is your lighthouse? What is your signature offer? What is that thing?
Yeah. I have 2 things. One of them is for clients. I differentiate, or I can actually do this in a different way. Okay. For clients, I have an empowering program for them.
Okay.
It's a self-study or supportive self-study. So the supportive self-study is with more group sessions with me.
Understood.
Thank you. And the other lead magnet, or the other signature program, is for practitioners who get triggered by their clients, who are not able to stay grounded and need to train and work on that.
Okay. So you need 2 different lead magnets because they're different things.
Right. And a lot of the way I do it, without communicating that necessarily to them, except for the ones who are open for it, is by using my abilities.
That's okay. You don't have to come out and say you're doing it.
Yeah. So the thing is, instead of saying psychic, because I notice you're all talking about being psychic, and I do energy medicine, and I've decided that's what I call it. And sometimes I say craniosacral and whatever, but I was born that way, so there is no word for that. I don't mention that really, but I'm trying to figure out how to say that there's more to this than just your everyday, you could get this anywhere else kind of thing, without saying I have psychic abilities.
So
I do use the words intuitive. That's the only one.
Let me give you guys my 30-second riff on the word psychic. Okay. How many of you guys think that psychic means you're really good and or natural or very gifted intuitive? Like intuitive is like low key, and then psychic is like the word when you're really good, you use that. How many of you guys think that? Okay. I'm going to blow your mind right now. Even in our community, we are undereducated about these 2 words. Okay. I'm going to blow your mind right now. Hold on. I got to look at the gallery view here for a second. I got to see your faces. Okay. Believe it or not, intuition means you are intuiting something about you. Intuition. I feel this about my life. I'm feeling that my guidance is this. I'm aware that I'm on the right track. Intuition is how I am connecting to the insides of me. I'm going to blow your mind right now. Psychic means you're using that same ability and you're tuning into something that's not you. How many of you guys knew that? Right. So, but there's all these understandings about what the word psychic is or isn't. And so I just wanted to say that. However, for you, Miriam, the word intuitive can sometimes be generally used in the like professional space. However, you might also use the words like mindful. Honestly, it doesn't. Here's what I would say. I mean, in the short time I can help you, Miriam, I want you to use words that are not for you. Your sales pages, your messaging, your offers, everything is about them, not you. You don't need a word that you understand. You don't need a word. You know what you do and who you are. You don't need that. You need whatever they need to hear so that they will understand what you can do. So it doesn't,
that's my point.
We're not here, hear me guys. We're not talking to hear ourselves talk, right? We're talking to convey the right ideas to our audience. So use whatever words they use. What I would do is a little market research, to be honest. I would start just Googling, and there's a way you could even look up ads. You can, ask for Google to show you ads, or just like Google people who do similar things as you, or people who do things in your space that are also somewhat woo-woo, and go look at their websites, look at their words. The bigger the business, the better, because they have more money and they've done more market research. And use some of the words and some of the ways that they talk, and know that you can, I mean, you're not copying what they say, but you can model, you can use, you know, these words or things. Be resourceful. I mean, I know that we're psychic, but I literally had a card put in one of my decks called "Do Your Research," because you'd be surprised how many people try to channel the answer, but they won't Google it. And it's like, someone's already channeled the answer, just Google it. You know, we are 3D, we're, you know, fifth dimensional, sixth dimensional beings in 3D. Like, we have Google, like we can Google. So just remember to, like, you know, to employ your market research here, and go see what other words people are using, and try them on for size and see if that inspires something. That's what I would do if I were you. And I would also not worry about using psychic or intuitive if I didn't want to. If you feel that they'll respond to a different word, like a mindful or intentional, then see if you can see that modeled out there, and try and use the approach that successful people doing something even similar are doing. It doesn't have to be that they have the same technique for the audience. Maybe the audience is the same, or maybe the technique is the same, but it's a different audience. For you, I think it's really centered around who the audience is. So I would find people who are doing these types of things. It could be human design, it could be healing, it could be meditation, for the audience that you're looking at, and go look at that. Does that make sense?
Yes, thank you very much.
You're welcome. All right, everybody, I'm going to remove my spotlight and come back. View gallery. Okay, everybody. So that'll wrap up today. We will talk tomorrow. We're going to put it all together, and I'm going to explain to you this 10K funnel and how all the pieces we've been talking about come together, and do some more coaching and a lot of cool stuff. So if you haven't already, book your call with Jen. We can help you interpret what this is like for you. And I will do as much coaching in the next couple of days as possible. And yeah, you're almost there to having my whole business model in a box. So I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Thank you guys so much. Until then, bye.
Bye.